Baseball Park in Midtown Atlanta. Happy opening day to all of Georgia Tech fans out there.
On the flats, it's more than a game.
Strike three.
It's a legacy, a relentless pursuit, a team with the ultimate expectation, not just getting to Omaha,
Two-run double off the bat of DB8.
but coming home with the hardware. However, the real work starts when no one is watching.
Three-run shot off the bat of Alex Hernandez. This ball is gone.
Every swing, every strike, every sacrifice. Jackets All Access starts now.
From the moment you step foot near McNeese Baseball Park, you can feel it. It's more than just a buzz now. It's a growing roar, a palpable energy that builds with every pitch, every swing, every single game. Coming into 2026, Georgia Tech baseball wasn't just hoping for a good year. They were demanding it. The whispers around the program weren't about if, but how far. When the ACC punched their ticket to Omaha and maybe, just maybe, etched their names into history. You quite literally couldn't ask for a better start to the season. The Tech Bats are on a record-setting pace already. Welcome into Jackets All Access. I am Atlanta News First Sports Director Bailey Burmaster, joined by Atlanta News First Sports anchor Avery Braxton. In partnership with Georgia Tech, we are so excited to bring you the first edition of Jackets All Access. Avery, this is not going to be your typical sports show.
Oh yeah, Bailey, it's all in the name. Atlanta News First has an all-access, behind-the-scenes pass into Georgia Tech baseball. It goes beyond the X's and O's because, let's be for real, you can see the highlights anywhere, but everything in between you catch right here on Atlanta News First.
We will get to know the players and coaches, their stories, and how they prepare for the game they love so much. On deck tonight, want to know why Drew Burress hits the ball so well? We go to the cages where he's constantly perfecting that swing. We'll also get an up close and personal with the guy leading the charge from the dugout. That's head coach James Ramsey. An opening weekend was a smashing success. Our Atlanta News First sports reporter Connor Hines dives into their first doubleheader of the season.
Now, this Jackets roster boasts a carefully crafted mix of talent, a few potential MLB first-round picks as the heavy hitters, the steady hands of veteran leadership, and don't forget the hungry ones, the young guns, chomping at the bit for their turn at the plate. Are these the perfect ingredients needed to cook up a run to Omaha? Well, the people that know college baseball best on social media seem to think so.
I look at Georgia Tech, our highest-ranked ACC team. They're fifth on our preseason poll. That position player group has a chance to be the best in the country, like full stop.
And Drew Burress is the best player in college baseball. He's going to be a Golden Spikes Award finalist. The question is whether if he can win it.
I had certainly high hopes for Georgia Tech, but walking away and saying, whoa, this is the best position player group I saw all fall. And it's funny, I had a text from a scout right after I left the game, like, this is the best position player group I've seen all fall, and it's not even close.
So far, Tech's been proving everybody right. Entering today's series against Stony Brook, the offense has put up eye-popping numbers, leading the nation in batting average, hits, runs, and several other offensive categories. Even head coach James Ramsey said watching his team in batting practice sometimes feels a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, Drew Burress is one of the cornerstones of this high-flying Tech offense. The preseason All-American, batting well over 300 to start 2026. And it all starts where most fans never see it, the cages, where I stepped in to get a crash course in blasting a Burress ball. This man right here for Georgia Tech baseball needs no introduction, Drew Burress. Oh! There is an art form to what you do with hitting bombs out there on the field. But we're going to come in here to the batting cages, and I want you to break down your process and the mechanics of what really helps you find success at the plate.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Top of the lineup. This ball is gone. Drew Burress does it again. Double for Drew Burress. He's 3 for 3 today.
I was just trying to figure out how many balls to pick up. Do a round or two, just get the fastballs, and then you can kind of work off of that. If you can hit the ball in the air and hit it hard, you're going to have a really good chance to have success. You're going to have a really good chance to have a lot of extra base hits and occasionally hit the ball out of the yard. For me, anytime I get up there, I'm trying to do damage.
That was a good one right there.
Your stance is super open. What does that allow you to feel like you're able to do when you're going through?
I opened it up a little bit, and there's obviously different mechanical, like why this works for me, reasons why I do everything, and then, so I mean, over the course of time, it's kind of morphed into kind of leaning back and being open and tall, and I feel like I see the ball the best when it's opened up a little bit more. I have like really fast hands, and a lot of times I struggle on waiting on the ball long enough sometimes, so opening up kind of lengthens my move to get ready to hit.
Oh, am I gonna go now? Okay, I'm scared.
Your nails ain't gonna mess you up, are they?
No, what do you think this is? All right, how am I, okay, skip my stance. Like,
Okay.
well, I don't know, this is not my realm. So I don't humble me. I'm trying to hit
Okay.
bombs. I'm trying to do damage.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's it. There we go. I mean, that looks good to me.
That's it?
All right, let's see the swing. I think in a matter of 10 pitches.
He said you're perfect. Okay, 10 pitches is what you think?
10 pitches, you can.
Oh, I'm
you can
nervous.
Make contact.
But you know, respect.
There we go. First one. It's easy.
Do we want to turn it up now? Do you want to put like 70 on it?
What? You want some more heat?
Yeah, I think you should put some more heat on it.
All right, let's do it. All right, this is 90.
What? We went from 62 to 90? Okay, hold on, I'm not ready. Hold on!
Hey! Hey, that's pretty impressive.
Is it?
That's pretty impressive. We
Do
have.
you have it clear on his mic? Did you hear what he said?
Hey, we have the golf guys in here, and occasionally, I mean, a lot of times they don't even make contact.
So I'm better than the tech golf team is what you're saying.
You might be more athletic than the tech golfer.
Was Lamprecht in here? Was I better than him?
He's been in here before, but I haven't seen him. Hiroshi,
Yeah.
and
Am I better than Hiroshi?
I will.
Don't give it to me if I didn't deserve it.
I don't want to like put Hiroshi down, but I mean, you're not worse than Hiroshi.
I think I'm good. I've succeeded at what I wanted to.
Hey.
Thank you, sir.
Great job.
I appreciate you.
You know, I feel like I learned a few things there
Did
with you and Drew. Okay, let's be honest. What was the thought process from going from 60 to 90? Are you crazy or just a little overcompetitive?
I might be crazy, but listen, I did not go to the cages to bunt. Gross. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. To my defense, first of all, 62 just was disrespectful for all involved, I felt like.
Fair
but
enough.
I did ask for 70, and DB turned it up to 90. So he said full throttle, and who am I to say no?
It was just funny listening to his evil little laugh as he was going throughout
Right.
that whole package. The team did something really cool right before the season started, also included Drew Burress, a kickoff banquet where all players and coaches were introduced. But this was more than just a meet and greet inside McCamish Pavilion. I was there for a few special moments, and no, I did not get in the cage with the baseball team.
Just a week before the start of the season, the Yellow Jackets take a moment to reflect and look forward at the team's annual leadoff banquet.
I think obviously to look to the past and all the success and the tradition this program has, and then obviously like leaving here, I remember being a player when I played and leaving something like this, you have that butterflies start kind of, in your stomach. You're looking forward to it.
Yellow Jackets of the past, donors of the present, met with and encouraged the 2026 edition of Georgia Tech baseball. It was also a time to dish out honors.
Drew loved everything about Georgia Tech.
All-American Drew Burress has proven he can carry the load of leader. The team named him permanent captain of program first.
I mean, we all fight along the same lines, I feel like, and we're all pulling the same direction. But I mean, I think something like that is really cool to be able to. I mean, one day when I'm 50 years old, I'll be able to look back and say that. And I think it's an awesome, and I really appreciate Coach Ramsey for doing it.
His legacy is going to go far beyond baseball. It's been who he is. The old quote of your best players are your hardest workers, and he's lived that out.
Another hard worker, Carson Ballard. The redshirt junior will don number 21 this season in honor of former Jacket Jim Poole, who passed in 2023 of ALS. Poole's wife presented the honor alongside former honorees Ben King and John Geisler.
To be able to wear his jersey, like it's really special to me, just because like I know what kind of person he is, and living up to that, I could never do that, obviously, but it's really cool to, honor him and honor his jersey.
2026's Yellow Jackets are ready to join the hive of baseball tradition on the flats.
With the season officially kicked off, where do these Jackets sit undefeated as they head into the weekend to host the Stony Brook Seawolves for a 4-game series? Do not want to miss a minute of that action.
No, but let's discuss our players to watch going into the weekend. Avery, for me, I like the personality hires, but this man is not only that, he has emerged as one of the best, if not the best catcher in college baseball. Give me the ever so smiley Von Lackey, but he's lethal behind the dish. The catcher started all 60 games last year, 50 at catcher, 10 at third, had a team high 77 base hits for 42 RBI and 45 runs scored. Not to mention, he led the team in all Division I catchers with 18 stolen bases. I mean, what can't he do? I expect massive things from him in 2026. Plus, shout out to Gwinnett County.
Naturally, I'm going to go Will Baker. That man has started the season hot through the first 4 games of the season, batting .769, 5 RBI, 8 runs. Inevitably, long season, he's got to cool off. We already know all the big names on this team. We've talked about a few of them. But if he can continue being a reliable bat in the middle of this lineup, this team's going to be scary, Bailey. While the lineup is seasoned with a ton of grizzled veterans, there's a new man leading the charge. James Ramsey ushering in a new era for Tech baseball.
And to be effective, Ramsey says he wants to do one thing right away.
But at the end of the day, for me as the head coach, it's like you got to be yourself. And to be able to be the guy that's the same every day, I think is something that's really important for them to see.
From a player at Florida State to playing in the league to an assistant coach at Tech to where he sits now. Just ahead, Ramsey breaks down how he's navigating his first season as head coach on the Flats.
Plus 2 games, 1 day, all gas, no breaks. How Tech resets, refuels, and refocuses during a doubleheader.
That's how you do it. Appreciate y'all coming. Yeah, no doubt. Listen, this is about us. This is about you guys having pride to play the game the right way. You guys got taken out. The guys that are starting, more or less of you, got taken out over an hour ago. Get a shower, get the new uniform on, flip the page, let's go to work. Got me?
So you have to play with the energy at the play, and we played one of our best games of the whole year. We went and ran 13 weekend series in a row after that. That's the type of toughness from the gate. You got this guy's going to do his job. You got to be from the jump. How good can we be?
Georgia Tech baseball is off to a flying start. Has a lot to do with that guy right there, the new voice steering the Jackets. With Georgia Tech entering a new era under head coach James Ramsey, I went one-on-one with him to learn what's changing, what's staying, and what he believes this team can accomplish.
You've been a part of this program for a very long time. When you take over the lead role as head coach, what is the biggest transition for you?
I think just overall when you're leading a team, I think part of it is just making sure the guys know they're cared for. I think that's the main thing that you always want to have, is whether it's a practice setting, a game setting, just to have a lot of poise the way you're carrying yourself on the field. The guys know, hey, when things are going good, it's obviously tempering expectations, and when things aren't going good, it's being able to take the brunt of that. Big picture-wise, it's taking on the vision and setting the vision, and then it's making sure that everybody on their staff knows exactly what their role is to play. For us, it was about together, about toughness, about discipline. Just the big picture for guys in this program, from alumni to current players to future players in recruiting, having that kind of authenticity about the way you go about things and knowing that everybody wants to be a part of this.
In your first year leading, how do you balance the rich culture that's already here versus setting your own culture and expectations going into what your reign will be?
In 7 seasons, having been here before, got to play a part and have a say in kind of some of those things that were important. You study transitions all the time of, successful tenures. If I was at a new place, obviously I think there'd be a lot more differences. I think the players would say, hey, there's a lot of subtle differences, but once again, every successful organization kind of has a similar framework. But at the end of the day, for me as the head coach, it's like you got to be yourself.
Sounds like an easy question, but you said be yourself. What does that look like for you to people who maybe don't know you as well?
Yeah, I just love everything about this job. I love everything about college baseball. For me, having a long professional career, you look back on your college days, like those were the days, right? We always talk to the guys about making memories, and for me, it comes down to care and relationships, deeply relationship driven. That's something that I always like investing in. You know, I remember kind of getting coined like Energizer Bunny kind of term, like the energy is contagious because this is just what I love to do.
You mentioned the players. This is a stacked roster. How much does that veteran leadership help make this transition a little bit smoother for you?
We've been building this thing together for several years, and it's been days where, you know, I remember it was probably 2 years ago, like you have that scrimmage in the fall where it's just not up to expectation, and those guys were young and they didn't really understand. Now we've been super intentional too about in the transfer era of adding new guys and being super sensitive culturally to not come in and mess things up. You obviously have to have a certain amount of talent to play at this level on this roster, but I think it was more for us, if you put this puzzle together and you don't take into account the off the field side, you just are looking for tangible numbers. I think that's where a lot of teams go wrong nowadays.
Going off of that, it begs the question, is it fair to say with this roster and this group and the expectations you have for yourself, it is Omaha? That is where you want this to end? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember I was sitting here at 21 years old, the captain of a team, talking about some of the same things I'm talking about with this team, and it's not to compare them too much, you know, but it was a really special team. We had a lot of youth on that team, but we didn't have to talk about Omaha a ton. It was something that was built into the program, and playing 4 straight super regionals at home, that was just what we did, right? The future of this program is extremely bright, and so as much as this team, you want to be a banner year team, these things are going to be teaching points that these guys have actually felt that team have that level of success.
Coach Ramsey, very cool and composed. You wouldn't even know he's a first-time head coach. We are done here on Jackets All Access. Up next, double the games, double the challenge, how the Yellow Jackets stay sharp through a doubleheader.
Back on Jackets All Access, a doubleheader isn't just 2 games. It's 2 battles that make for a long, long day for everyone involved. When the first game ends at McNeese Baseball Park, it's like playing MLB The Show. You got to hit that reset button. Players refuel, hydrate, and prepare for adjustments the other team might take. Atlanta News First sports reporter Connor Hines spent 10 hours with the squad last weekend and shows us how the Yellow Jackets handled the turn around on opening weekend.
A rainy Sunday made for a super Saturday at Georgia Tech.
Honestly, I think it's about hydration and getting some good food in, because, you know, your tummy doesn't want to be grumbling out there in like the 5th inning.
But when you play 2, twice the baseball also means twice the work. On the field, pitching is at a premium. Nobody throws more than once, putting extra importance on your starters to stay on the mound. Or the depth of your bullpen.
Our pitching's really impressive. I think we had a bunch of guys come out today. I think everyone today pitched really well, threw a lot of strikes, and, you know, it's when they have good stuff, just throwing strikes is half the battle.
Hitters can handle both games, but the real action begins as soon as game 1 ends.
The final score for today's first game, Bowling Green 4, Georgia Tech 27.
60 minutes until game 2, and a lot to do in that time. Because while the grounds crew Jackets swarm the field, the Hive gets active. A shower, something to eat, and a hitters meeting all on tap for Tech, prepping for a new pitcher on just an hour's notice.
They are going to go to their best bullpen arms. Who are who? Harder and Roeder. So you're going to see a steady diet of these 3 guys. I don't want to make too much of who this guy is because he's at a new school, probably new pitches, all the above.
All right, so pitch counts and lineup cards are, of course, always important parts of the game, but that's only half the battle on doubleheader day, because just as important is keeping that mental focus sharp and the energy high as day turns into night here at Russ Chandler Stadium.
It's a long day mentally. I think physically too, you got to make sure you're taking care of your bodies and you're picking your spots from the adrenaline standpoint. It's for guys to know there is something to be said about when you're tired and you're sore, you just got to dig deep and find a way.
Swap out the gold for the Saturday night whites, and they're buzzing again. And buzzing to the tune of 50 total runs scored and 3 straight wins to get things started right in 2026, doubleheader or not. In Midtown, Connor Hines, Atlanta News First.
Thank you, Connor. Speaking of doubleheaders, game 1 of the Jackets Friday double against Stony Brook just wrapped up. A little too close for comfort early in this one. The Seawolves had the lead in the 5th, but Tech's bats come alive to get the 14-5 victory after 4 straight blowouts. Maybe Tech just wanted a challenge tonight. AFC Wolves actually gave them a little bit of a scare.
Yeah, just a little bit of a scare. But you know what? Every game can't be a blowout. You got to get a little bit of competition in there. Shout out to Alex Hernandez. He was the big man today, went 4 for 5, 3 RBIs. And then not a Drew Burress bomb, but we did get a Drew Rogers bomb. So I was pretty impressed with what the team was able to do today. And then, of course, you get those arms in there. They got to get warmed up for the rest of the season.
We just like bombs in general. And, of course, we'll love to keep up to date with them as the season progresses. And they look for those Omaha aspirations. That'll do it for Jackets All Access. We return at a new time, a new day next week, 7:30 every Wednesday through Georgia Tech season. For Avery Braxton, I'm Bailey Burmaster. Thank you all for watching and have a safe night.